Yeah, that guy knows. What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'll be showing you my brand new tail tidy that I got for the CBR, and then we're just gonna go on a nice little ride. So let's get right into it. This is the new tail tidy, guys. I did cover my plates, so I don't have to use a piece of paper or edit it in the video. But yeah, you guys still use the OEM stock indicators. All you do is just take it out of the old license plate holder, and then you put it into this one. You just wire it again normally, and then you have the option to get this plate light or not. It was like an extra 15-20 bucks, and you just have to wire it to little cables, and that's about it. You have this nice little hinge, and you just use that to move the plate cover, or the whole plate basically. Unfortunately, no instructions, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. All you guys do is just take out those two plastic side panels, and then you're gonna find a few bolts down there. All you do is just unbolt it. Obviously you have to remove this rear seat, take the wiring through there, connect everything, bolt everything back up, and you're good to go. So definitely pretty easy job. I feel like most of you can do it for sure, and yeah, it looks really good in my opinion. So that's everything to the tail tidy. I'll maybe leave a link in the description below, and you guys enjoy the rest of the ride. Alright guys, so another thing about the tail tidy, which they didn't mention, I believe they said the maximum size plate you can use is 7 by 5 inches, and they never said that on the website. They've literally just said it on like a piece of paper that you get from, or that you get with the tail tidy. And yeah, over here in our country we kind of have like a license plate holder, so I had to get rid of that and also cut the plate just a little bit so I can get it to fit really nicely, and so I'm not rubbing, and I can actually use the hinges to move the plates. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with it. It's really nice, and it's not that expensive, so I believe it's a good choice for you guys to pick up for the CBR, and it definitely looks good. Another thing I've wanted to talk about is exhaust for this CBR 650R. I've already said that I was planning on getting a exhaust, and I was talking about getting an Akrapovic, and I still do think about getting that exhaust, but I feel like it is unnecessarily expensive a little bit, you know? So I kept digging on the internet, and I've actually found the Black Widow exhaust. I don't know if the Black Widow exhaust is the best option, but right now I'm looking at it as being one of the best ones because it is pretty expensive. I think you can pick a full system up for like $500 US, which is not too bad compared to an Acra or SC Project or stuff like that. It is stainless steel, it is not full titanium. They make a lot of exhausts, a lot of different tips for this bike, and they do have a bunch that stay under the bike. The end tip stays under the bike. They have a bunch of them that are made with carbon. So, you know, I'm looking at those, and I feel like that is the exhaust that I'm probably going to be going for. If you guys have any other, that was a bad hole, but anyways, if you guys have any other tips on what exhaust to buy, or yeah, just what brand basically, let me know in the comments below so I can check those out and maybe think about them as well. I think it's time to yeah, that guy knows. so windy, guys. Holy. Woo. Thanks, dude. Oh, cops, bro. Let's run. Let's go. I don't think they cared, guys. Well, because there's literally too much traffic, so I don't know why that guy just hopped out of his car, but yeah. I just haven't been out on the bike as much because the weather's been terrible. So we gotta enjoy this bike as much as we can right now, guys. Oh, I can't wait to get it tuned, guys. Another interesting thing, guys. I've actually read the forums on this bike quite a lot, and I've seen some people asking if they can turn off this traction control like I just did while they're riding. The answer is yes. I mean, there's literally people asking so many questions about this, and honestly, there literally should be a click for your high beams. Honda put the traction control switch right there. They want you to be using it, and what it does, if it affects obviously the traction control, and I'm not sure if it does do anything with the rear ABS, because I tried obviously doing some skates and stuff, and it wouldn't let me even with the traction control turned off. So I gotta look into that. I like to keep mine on because basically it's just safer to use on the road. Yes, I won't be able to do wheelies with it on, so I can obviously just turn it off super quickly, but even like when you're turning and all that stuff, it's just nice to have that traction control on in case the rear end wants to get loose on the bike and stuff like that. So when I'm on the street, I just keep the traction control on. I'm not that crazy, you know. Yeah, I don't see through there, so I'm not sure if I should go or not. It's a blind corner. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the video right here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please press that like button, subscribe, hit the notifications, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.